Are you looking for the next craft beer to try? Well, maybe Imperial Maple Milkshake Stout from Rochester Mills is the one for you. Welcome back, everybody. So we are going to try Imperial Maple Milkshake Stout. This is part of Rochester Mills 12 Days of Milkshake Stout. This is a Imperial Milkshake Ale brewed with milk sugar, Michigan maple syrup, and cocoa nibs. From the can, this is 8.25% ABV, 20 IBUs. I can't even tell you, something 1520 is what's on the bottom. There's a huge line through it. Cool can. I just wish they would do something different with the black so you could actually see it. And without the light box, it is hard to see. Let's go ahead and get this open, get it into a glass, and see what we think. Going all over the place. Now, the last Imperial one that I had, it was actually, the body was consistent, I think, to a milkshake stout. It was thicker, where the other ones have been runnier, lighter bodied, not even medium bodied, if you ask me. So on this one, we do have a dark chocolate colored head, small and medium bubbles, about a half a finger of head on there. Color. It's black. I have a tiny amber hue at the bottom, but this is blacker than most of the other ones that I've tried in this series. There's 12 of them. Where I picked it up at Myers, it was $18.99, then 10-cent deposit for each can, so a little over 20 bucks. Let's go ahead and smell. Not a lot of maple. There is some sweetness, like syrup there, but the roasted malt is what I get. It's not a big smell, just a low-lying roasted malt sweetness, like syrup sweetness in there. You do get that maple, though. There is a little bit of maple, but it's fighting through that roasted malt. They are gonna, I would think they would use Marisada or something like that, a lighter grain, to up the ABV. I would say right now this one, as far as that roasted malt, this is the heaviest or the biggest roasted malt smell I've gotten. I don't know if it has something to do with that maple bringing up those smells. The sweetness could also be from the lactose in there. It's not coming off as vanilla, so I think it is from the maple. So let's go ahead and get a taste, see what we think. Good amount of maple in there. A little bit of roasted malt. Sweetness. Aftertaste does have a bitterness to it, like the roasted malt bitterness in there, but that maple is really coming through in the taste. I think when I first drank it, it almost reminded me of maple bacon. I think there's a little alcohol to this, a little burning in the back. The body, you could say it's medium. I want it more. It's not as thick as the last Imperial. I did put these in the garage, and I think it was 52 today. So this is around 52. I just pulled it out and brought it down here. So I think it's warmed up enough. It's not refrigerator cold. I try not to drink these stouts that cold, as I do think with all the flavoring they use, it is going to knock some of it out. Let's see on the side here. Yeah, nothing really. Lactose, cocoa nibs, Michigan maple syrup from Nelson Maple Products. Pilsner chocolate, crystal biscuit black, white wheat, dark Belgium caramel. I don't know if the other one said it, but this says featuring Magnum hops, which They must not be using very much, obviously, for only 20 IBUs. Usually with stouts, you can push it higher because you want that balance of that roasted malt, and that hop does balance it out. But yeah, I'm sure, I don't know how big of batch they make, but at Myers, they were stacked probably 5 foot tall, 4 foot, let's say. So they did make a lot. I'm guessing they produced more as this was scarce in 2016. I think I got the last one. Then in 2017, I think I did pick one up at Myers. Then my local brew store or beer store got some in, and I got another one. Then last year, I don't know. I don't even know if I saw it. Overall, not a bad beer. I'd probably have to go, for my tasting, 3.75 out of 5. It's okay. The maple syrup, I probably couldn't drink 2 or 3 of these. That sweetness from the maple syrup or the lactose is coming through a little too much, and it just doesn't seem like, or at least I don't want to drink something that sweet. I wish there was a little bit more chocolate. You know, they're using cocoa nibs, and I'm guessing in all these, and you're really not getting them. It's the, so I don't know what it's adding to it. It almost seems like they need to add more cocoa nibs or let it rest longer on the nibs, so that way it draws out more flavor of that chocolate. It could be adding something, but with all the maple syrup, I'm going to say, that's in this beer, it pretty much covers everything up. But yeah, overall 3.75 out of 5. Let's check on tap. These are still hard to find on here. And 2 people have had it. Somebody gave it a 5. And somebody gave it a 4.25. No comments or anything like that. But yeah, I would like to see the maple syrup toned down just a little bit. I think this would work well if you added bacon. It might balance it out a little bit. I think that maple syrup is a little too heavy now that my mouth's warming up to it. I would like to see a little bit more chocolate in this, and maybe a little bit more roasted. And especially maybe that lactose turned into vanilla a little bit, almost like a vanilla maple milkshake stout, something like that. But yeah, overall good one. So if you like this review, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you know when new videos are coming out. And until next time, happy brewing.